So restart. Just restart.
You want me to use the same password on that old machine or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing, restart?
Yep.
Dude, I don't know if you noticed, like every day, multiple times a day, I wipe down my station, my keyboard, my mouse, desk right in front of me. Need to bring your lights. Clorox wipe. You know, see if anyone has it on my computer.
Okay. So TJ, put the your password. And okay, so how are you guys doing? Okay, let's change that desktop. Or just get going on Chrome because we're running out of time. And let's see, Steve, you're ready. Okay, so you got it there and right below. Okay, so are you in your Chrome? You changed Chrome? Okay, click on that. Click on that. Oh, my name. Do it again.
Space. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any?
All right, so now I just restart or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, does anybody have any questions? So what I want you to do first is go to your calendar, like these two are in front, I have up here. And I'm going to start, unless anybody has any last things. Okay. Okay, good morning, world. This is day one of SNAP, official day one of SNAP. We've been doing unofficial SNAP days for the last maybe 4 months and using Larson as our incubator, test tube, etc. But today we're starting with our first class. And let's see, who's SNAP number 1? What is your number?
3.
3.
I don't know. On the application I gave it to
4.
you.
What was your number? You don't know yet.
5.
And you're number 9, probably. Okay. So, welcome everyone. It's a interesting day here in Las Vegas. The weather's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
It's November
Yes.
1st. So
Excellent.
did you guys get to go trick-or-treating?
Tried on the bus, but no handout.
Okay. All
Passed
right.
out candy.
Okay, so what I want you to do is go to your calendar, and first of all, before opening any event, I want you just to look at it because this is different from Larson. First of all, you see we don't have breaks every 50 minutes. After the first hour, starting at 8:10, it goes to 8:50, and then we have 2 hours, or from 9 to 12, basically. And then we have lunch, then we have another half hour, then we have an hour and another hour. And I'll talk about those more. But it's not like Larson where it's a series of 50-minute classes with a 10-minute break. This is now entrepreneurship. This is what you have to do. So you are responsible for your own destiny. And sort of what we learned yesterday in our TED Talk with Ian Bremmer is it's about setting a good example, not being a policeman type of thing. So, the program at SNAP is very straightforward and simple. We're going to start with what's called study hall for the first hour. Then we're going to focus on our T3. So what is T3? If everybody takes out their SNAP. Does everybody have their SNAP curriculum? Okay, good. So what is T3? So T3 is the tools, topics, and techniques. Okay, does everybody see that? Right here, tools, topics, and techniques. We're doing techniques 1. So tools are the apps, the software that we use to do things. Topics are the 8 modules. Techniques are the projects and things that we work on. So that's from 9 to 11 as we work on our tools, topics, and techniques. Then we have our lunch for a half hour. We come back, we do study hall number 2. Then we do autodidactic, which is Coursera. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to go through this whole thing. And then we have independent/team study from 2 to 3, 2 to whenever you leave. All right? So now open up study hall. And what does it say?
Calendar.
Okay, if you open the study hall event, what does it say? Okay, so first of all, calendar. We need to have your calendar added to Chrome, so when you start Chrome, it automatically launches your calendar. So let's go into Chrome settings. How do we do that?
3 dots at the top.
Okay.
Settings.
Okay, now mine is a little bit different because I'm using Android, a Chromebook. So my settings are a little bit different than yours, but there is a section, does anybody see it? It is,
Open to specific page.
You go to
On startup.
page.
Yeah, on startup,
okay? Open specific page. Click on set pages. Now in the lower left, it should say use current pages. Click on that.
I brought the wrong book, I don't have my password.
Set pages.
You don't have your password?
Calendar.
No, it's in my other composition.
I like the that.
We're on TI.
Uh,
These old notes.
Okay, go to that
And
machine,
go to settings. And
and then you'll just have to catch up.
there.
That's right.
Okay. So what should you have on startup? There should be 2 things, or 1. What do you have on yours on startup?
I have my calendar.
Okay? Steve?
Calendar.
Okay?
Calendar.
Okay, so let's see. So on startup, okay. So then you just hit OK. The only thing there is calendar. Now look at mine. How many do I have up here? 1,
4.
2, 3, 4, yeah. So I could X those out if I didn't want to do those, but I'm not, mine is set up right. So what did we just do? And then you hit OK, and then exit out of Chrome setup. So now what I want you to do is close Chrome in the upper right hand corner and then relaunch it. And it should automatically bring up calendar. Okay? Okay. Next, Google Plus. How do we get to Google Plus from our calendar?
The
9 square grid.
Correct.
The 9 grid.
9 square grid. Let's go to the 9 square grid. Launch Google Plus. So this again is all part of Study Hall. While you're doing that, I'll talk a little bit about Study Hall. Study Hall is for the first hour of the day. We're going to study headphones and read the news about topics that we're interested in, add things to our calendar, add things to our mind map, and just get prepared for the day, know what's going on. Okay, does everybody's Google Plus look like this, sort of?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I am used to the old Google Plus, what we want to do is create circles. So over on your left, you might have something called circle streams. Do you have that?
Home collections, join Google Plus, send feedback and help.
Do you want us to join first?
Oh, yeah, okay, so you have to join. It used to be automatic.
My collections, community profile, people notifications.
Okay, you've joined.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Mine doesn't have them join.
Okay, well, that might mean because you're already joined.
Oh,
Okay, so how do we create a circle? What is a circle? Let's start with that. What is a circle?
Group of people you communicate with?
Yeah, so a circle is a specific group of people, and in Google Plus, you can have all kinds of different circles. So let's see. Here are my circles. Do you see something for circles? What we want to do is create a circle. I just don't see it on this new. Oh, wait. No, not communities. Okay, so I'm counting on somebody finding how we create a circle. It's not hard. It's just not popping out to me.
It's Valdo.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, what? Okay, so like on mine here, on circles, circle streams, all of these are circles that I have. I don't see how I can create a new circle.
Off Google, it says, open Google Plus, place your cursor in the top left-hand corner of the Google Plus main menu, click people, browse suggestions, and place your cursor over the add button to add people to a circle, to find additional
Okay,
people. Click
so
on.
let's see. So I clicked on the left side, people,
Yeah.
okay?
Browse the suggestions and place your cursor over the add button to add people to a circle.
Okay, so that will add people to a circle. But we want to create a circle.
Oh,
When you click on the.
when you go to people, go to following,
Yep.
and then it says your circles, friends, families, acquaintances, you can add a new circle.
Following, okay.
Do I ask you?
Snap, create, so now I have a snap circle.
Okay, so create, now where does, oh, new circle, okay, good.
Circle settings.
So does everybody see that? Snap circle?
Yeah.
Okay, or, new circle? Okay, so let's create a circle. We're gonna create a couple circles. So, new circle. And let's call this circle Snap, parentheses, Larson, X. Okay?
Yeah.
See that?
Great.
And then create.
All right.
Now, you see the circle on your screen?
Yep.
Okay.
Then you go to
So-
circle settings.
So open the circle. Okay, so now to add people, we have to go to people. How do we add people to the circle?
Find people.
Okay, so let's go to find people. Let's put in somebody's name. Okay, so intuitively I would
And then
think,
you press follow, and then you click it again, and it pops up what circle you want them under. So I put Larson X, Tom Scavani.
okay, so you're saying up here in the search, you type their name?
Yeah, and then once you find them,
Okay, Thomas Sclafani.
Yes.
so I have one person in my snap circle is Tom Scavani.
Okay, now where do I add him? How do I add him? Oh, over here on circles?
Yeah. And click what circle you want them under. You could do multiple.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a new way to do circles. All right. Okay, so does everybody see that? Okay, now, who else are we gonna add to the circle?
All of us?
Right,
And,
so up in search, let's just start with Fernando. So in search, Fernando Ochoa. And it won't have his picture, because we haven't taken pictures yet. So, Fernando, is this you, Fernando?
Yes.
All right. And now do Steve.
Yeah, I can't find him either.
Find who?
Fernando.
Did you type Fernando Ochoa?
Yeah.
Different Fernandos.
Right.
So, is-
Try doing LTC HFP dot Fernando.
Okay.
Try that. No, you're not, you're LTC CG, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that should then pop up. See that? I just typed LTC CG. Now, if they're not in your contact list, then you might have to type the whole thing. They say it out loud.
Huh?
What is your
LTCG.
CG?
Yeah, that one.
LTCCG
Dot Fernando.
dot Fernando
Dot
dot
08/15/16.
okay. And Steve, what is yours?
LPC HFP dot Stephen S. dot 090616 at Gmail.
Okay. So I type in his email, his name pops up. Okay, next TJ.
I won't be in there.
What do you mean? Why not?
I signed out of this computer, so.
LTC HFP dot Tommy dot 090616.
Yours is Steve Naz, right, Steve?
Yeah. Yeah, TJ's not in.
Stephen S.
Oh, it's gotta be.
09/06/16.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as us.
Okay, so TJ, what is your email?
That's it. LTCHFP dot Tommy dot 090616 @gmail.com.
Okay, well, unless you've deleted your email, which is not easy to do.
As far as I know that.
Fernando LTCCG.
Dot Fernando.
Fernando.
Dot 08/15/16.
Got it.
Mikey, what's yours?
Michael.
Oh, what? There we go.
Okay. Let's add Avon since we're doing this.
What's yours, Mike?
What's Avon's under?
Well, it's gonna be the same thing.
Just Avon?
I mean, you can either type Avon Sachs or LTC HFP dot Avon dot 0906. is different. This is CG. Okay.
Do you
All
want-
right.
You want us to look up yours, the Snap one, or the one with the picture?
Larson.
Oh.
So add me with the Larson Training Centers. Okay, now we're going to add one more circle. So how do we add a circle again?
Protect people.
People,
Okay, and this is a circle that you're going to post things to just for yourself. Okay? So this is something you see on Google Plus that you're interested in. You don't really want to share it with anyone. So you might put your initials and personal or something, or just whatever you want to call it. It's just your personal circle. There's no one else in it other than you. Okay. Now, once we do that, is everybody done with their Google Plus?
yeah.
Now leave Google Plus open, and you should go to the home page. So if we go back to Google Plus, click on Home. And then go to our calendars. Now, we're gonna launch MindMup. How do we do that?
From the drive.
Okay, well, that's one way. So if you go to the 9-square grid, if you have it set up right, and we'll test it, if you scroll down under More from Apps Marketplace, you should have MindMup in there. Do you? Or maybe you won't, because I have a paid Google account. So, now go back to your 9-square grid.
I don't have.
Scroll down.
I got a shopping, wallet, finance, dog.
Keep going.
It
What's
wants
below that?
even more from Google.
Okay, all right. So my paid account is different. All right, so now this is what MindMup is going to look like. This is what you're looking for. Okay, I know everybody's loaded MindMup before. Do you have MindMup open?
Yeah.
You guys?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so do you have this?
No, I got the physical program.
Okay, so for everyone else, go into your drive, go to the 9-square grid, go to your drive, and let's see if we have it here. So how do we find it in our drive? Steve, how did you find it in your drive?
Right under Google Drive, click New, and then at the bottom of the drop down,
Okay,
scroll over to More, and the fourth option down, MindMup 2.0 for Google Drive.
okay, do you have that?
Yes.
You, okay? Do you guys have it?
Mine's
Yeah.
authenticating.
Okay, what we want to make sure is it shows up under New in your drive. So does it show up under New in your drive? How did you get there? How did you get to MindMap? How did you launch it?
Click new, more, my one.
Perfect, okay. Now, we're gonna create a mind map. Well, let me go back. It's going too fast. So, create new, or if you're where Steve Burke is and you already have it on your screen. So, create a new map. Okay, so this map you're going to call Study Hall. So there's a couple things to focus on in Study Hall. What's important that's going on in the world, and what's important in the things that you care about. Okay, so let's see. Okay, is everybody here?
Yes.
Now what I want you to do is once you have your mind map created, drag it down to your bookmarks bar. And then change the name to just SH for Study Hall. Okay, so we don't want to take up a lot of space on our bookmarks bar. So every morning, you come in at Study Hall, you launch Chrome, it's automatically going to launch what?
Calendar.
Calendar, right. Then you open a new tab and you launch your mind map. Okay, the fourth thing we're going to do, as I'm waiting for my mind map to load, the fourth thing we're going to do is launch or add Google News to our bookmarks bar. Also, how do we launch Google News? How do we get that?
GoogleNews.com.
Okay, that would be one way to do it.
And then when we get there, we can add it to our bookmark.
Okay,
Done.
now
Got it.
let's launch our news. And then we're going to customize it. So I have news in my 9-square grid,
I do too.
okay? So if you have it in your 9-square grid, you might want to drag it up. So it's in the top 6.
First 6, yeah.
Done, dude.
Okay, so how do we customize Google News?
Click personalize.
Okay, click personalize. And your focus here should be on making money. Things that make money,
Business.
not celebrity, not Britney Spears, okay? Things that are gonna make money.
So, technology, business,
Entertainment.
science.
Okay, well,
Elections, 0.
okay, so, again, everybody see where to personalize, Fernando? You see that? Up here in the upper right?
Yeah.
Okay, personalize. Okay, let's see what this is. Because it's break time, but let's take a break.
Yes, sir.
This is it. Oh, yeah, we did speak. We spoke about a potential applicant, Tommy Willis, TJ Willis. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so it was about somebody who had a job interview, but he won't pass background. Okay? Super. Thanks for calling. Bye. Okay, so TJ has a problem.
What happened?
Well, he can't remember his password, but he should be logged in.
Can't remember his Chrome password?
Not his Chrome, his Gmail.
Oh, I know. What's the same one for both?
He was signed out. He had it evidently set to remember it.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Fred. I screwed up again. I forgot. I will go at 10.
All right, all right.
Do we have any stuff over there?
Yes, I was able to make a pot today from their stuff. So,
That's all we sugar and creamer, right?
oh, we got plenty of that. We're good.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, so that was very good and enlightening. I
was hoping you'd hear it.
wish I had not gone back there for a cup of water. Okay, so let's get started again. And I guess you're taking notes, right, TJ?
Yep.
Okay. Now, review. We start the day, so if I go back to the calendar, we start the day with study hall. And that's an hour of on your own, getting your mind straight. We used to do typing to kind of get us out of the frustrations of where we came from before we got here. Now it's, put on our big boy pants and shoes and act like successful people, which is they go and they find out what's going on in the rest of the world and what's going on in the things that they care about. So that's what study hall is. So what I don't want is in the morning during study hall, people talking. Anybody remember going to study hall in school? What was it like?
We didn't have study hall. in
Okay.
school.
Yeah, the only time you were talking is if you had to ask the instructor something.
Yeah, it's quiet. It's the study hall. Now, we do a 6-part or a 6-page Amazon narrative. Amazon doesn't do PowerPoint presentation meetings anymore. What they do is they start the meeting and they pass out their 6-page narrative to everybody in the room, and then they have 20 minutes of study hall where you read that narrative. Because somebody presenting a PowerPoint presentation just is not a good way to give information. So Amazon has flipped that thing over and said, no, we're going to start out these presentations of people reading the 6-page narrative. So study hall is an important thing. So we're going to start every day with study hall. Then we're going to go into our projects, the modules that we're working on. Then lunch and study hall 2, just a quick thing to get back focused on what we're doing. Then autodidactic, that is Coursera, and it's funding this week, or not this week, we're starting funding. And then from 2 to 3 is independent or team work. But let's go back now, because we're not finished, with what study hall is and how we get prepared for it. So we have our calendar set up, right? We have our calendar, and we have it in Chrome, so it automatically launches. Whenever we launch Chrome, our calendar pops up. We now have our Google Plus circles, 2 circles. What's one of them? What's one of your circles?
Snap.
Snap. What's another circle?
Our personal one.
Mm-hmm. Your personal one. We have a mind map open, and we've saved it, right? And we have Google News, and it should be customized. So, and it should be added to the bookmarks bar, as should the mind map.
Study hall, thank you.
Okay, so my sections are blockchain, science, technology, education, Jesuit, and Italian American. I just thought of something I need to add. What's that?
Droid delivery.
What?
Droid delivery.
Droid? How about drones?
Autonomous
Drones.
cars.
I always say droid for some reason.
Drones.
The droids are looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
Augmented reality.
Self-driving car.
Driving cars.
Okay, I'm going to add that topic. Now here, if we go to here, what are the 4 techniques that we focus on? Drones, self-driving cars,
The Hyperloop.
Hyperloop, and games VR.
Virtual
Okay,
reality.
so I'm going to put Hyperloop in here too. Hyperloop 1. And you have these things over here, right? You have this little sliding scale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so things that we do here, you should have clicked all the way over to always.
I took off the election.
Yeah, I would take that
And
off too.
sports.
Right. So this is about learning to make money. This is about being an entrepreneur, not about leisure reading. That's what you do on Sundays. That's what you do as you're having breakfast at home in the morning type of thing. This is learning to apply towards a business. So what would you want to put in there? What would you personalize? How about Mexican restaurants?
Restaurant.
Okay, but maybe Mexican restaurant. Are you gonna do a Mexican restaurant? Okay, so you might do that, or restaurant technology. Okay, what about you guys?
Auto shop.
Autonomous cars,
Okay,
and 3D printing.
okay,
3D printing and ancient artifacts.
okay. Are you gonna print ancient artifacts, 3D print replicas?
No, I got like a little thing I came up with.
Okay, okay,
Say
good.
I find like a dinosaur, like parts of a dinosaur,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to put it in a museum or something, but I don't have the full thing, so I can print out the rest of the bones I need.
Did you tell me
Okay.
your EPW?
Not yet.
You're just telling me? Tell me.
Oh, go ahead, not right now, because we're doing this right now. Okay, so good. So this is what we do at study hall in the mornings. We focus on the things that we're interested in. If this was part of Hope for Prisoners' Vivid Vision, what would this be?
A year from now.
What would it be? What would this study hall be as part of your Vivid Vision? It would be like working on your Vivid Vision every day.
Yeah.
Okay? You know, if your vivid vision is here's where I want to be a year from now, study hall is the daily review and what am I going to do today to get that. So let's add another one. Let's add another one on here. Let's add stoic. Stoicism.
Stoicism.
And again, that should be made
Oh,
always. Okay, why? Because there's not going to be a lot of stuff. The stuff that there's a lot of, you don't want to say always because you're just going to be bombarded. The stuff that isn't frequent, like Jesuit, I put always because as soon as something happens, I want to know. It doesn't happen all the time, yeah.
I was gonna make a recommendation on the sources thing. On the adjust sources, I added a source, Wall Street Journal.
Okay, so now that's another thing you can also do, and as you, but we're not going to spend a lot of time on that now, but so over here below that you have sources. As you start finding news stories, things will pop up and it's going to say where it came from. Add that source to it.
I like your news source choice.
So Fast Company,
Fast Company.
yeah, would be one that you would add. Because it has to do with business. Okay. Now, if you find a story that's important or good or interesting, and you want to share it, got a little latency here with the internet. Okay, so let's see if I Okay, so let's say this one here. Jesuit leader said to be critical of Venezuela's social regime. if I like the story, somewhere on here, there should be a link to add it to Google+. But let's say this one doesn't have it. Oh, it does, okay? Share, Google+. So again, part of study hall is if you find something that's important to Snap, you want to share it how?
Share Google Plus.
Google+. We want to share it on Google+. So whenever we go into our Google+ circle, we'll see all of the stuff, okay?
So I was just gonna. So if you share it, everybody in the circle will see it, right?
Yeah, you should only share it with the people in the circle. That's the beauty of circles. It only shares with the people who are in that circle. And you could have many circles. Okay, so that is why, again, going back to our calendar of study hall, our calendar, what study hall is, that's why we have Google Plus on there, is because you want to get and give information from other people on the team. And when you go to your business, say you start your restaurant, would you create a circle?
Yes.
Yeah. What would one circle be?
Family and friends.
No, in your business
Oh,
circle,
my
the
business
restaurant.
circle, other people that are running restaurants too, that's me.
Okay, so you could have peers, right? What about employees?
Employees too.
You'd have a circle just for employees.
Employees.
What about suppliers? You could have a circle just for your suppliers. So in that circle, you would, what might you put in a circle for suppliers? Your suppliers. You have a Mexican restaurant. What might you include in the circle of the suppliers for your restaurant?
The quality of whatever food it is you want.
Okay, this is a thing you post that only goes to them, that your suppliers will see.
New
What
items.
kind of thing? Okay, new items.
New
How
menu
about
items.
holiday schedule?
Yeah.
How about we're remodeling? How about any press releases? It makes it a very easy way to let your suppliers know about things, or your employees. Somebody had a birthday today, or we did a video of, we just shot a video, training video. Watch this training video. The easy way to do it is you just put it in your circle. How do we do that? So again, let's go to Google Plus. Open your Google Plus tab. And you have here, what's new with you? Click on that.
Oh,
Catch things, you write things.
Right.
oh, nice.
So this is a very simple way. It's sort of like Facebook,
Right.
but this is really good for business. So you can have a picture, a link. So what would you link in there? Story.
Story, anything. And then
Anything
click on
that
it.
would be up here. That would be a link. You can do a little poll. Who thinks Will's going to show up with pizza? Okay,
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
okay. Or this is a map thing. I
Mark our
think.
location.
Yeah. Share your
Geotagging.
location. Yeah.
Okay. So again, study hall is for us to focus on what we're going to be doing. We leave the stuff before we started study hall behind. We walk in. We're now business people. We're now guys starting a business, and we need to get information. We need to find out things. We need to see what our competition's doing. We need to see what direction things are going. For example, in the Italian American community in LA, there is a movement right now to get rid of Columbus Day,
Really?
to change it to Indigenous People Day. Okay? Would that be something important for Italian Americans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, again, review. Start out the day, come in, and what time does this start? Study hall?
8:15?
8:10.
8:10. Starts at 8:10. So before that, housekeeping stuff, any news, any information, maybe I'm late because of traffic or whatever it is. But at 8:10, you start study hall. And where would you start study hall? What do you start with?
News.
Yeah, you click on your news in your where? Where do you find your news?
In the
Bookmark bar.
In the bookmarks bar, exactly. So you go to your bookmarks bar, you launch your news, you start reading the news. It's designed by experts and people who care so that it has headlines. You don't have to read the whole thing. So first of all, if you've got a lot of stuff on it, skim and look and see what's there. But it's not a talking thing. Study hall is not talking. It's disruptive because what you want to do is you want to get where?
Flow.
Yeah,
Flow.
you want to get into flow for this hour. You want to practice doing that so that you're just really focused on what's going on. If you find something good that you want to share with the group, what do?
You
Share it to Google
Share it.
Plus.
Share it in Google
On your
Plus,
circle.
right? Now, let's just go back to Google Plus one last time. Because they make it easy for you to know if somebody has shared something with you. How do they do that?
a little bell.
News stories.
Yeah, up here. Well, there's this stuff here that you'll scroll through, and it should just be things that you've subscribed to, but mine is quite extensive. But this little thing up here that might be a bell, or it might have a number in it, tells you how many notifications you have. And then if you click on that, what happens?
Pops up everything. Everyone that followed me back.
Okay?
We can...
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
How are you?
Lovely day.
How you doing, Tom?
So, when you're done, what do?
You can exit out.
Well, you can exit out individually, but when you're done with the whole thing,
Hit the...
there's 3 parallel,
Dismiss all.
yeah, dismiss all of them, and you're back to a bell. Now, also, you see here it says 9 new posts. That just shows you posts as opposed to anything having to do with it.
I put one post on
Okay.
there. First.
Okay, now, let's go to MindMap. Or again, we'll take a step back, go to the calendar, review, because it's important that you get this. So we start out the day, so this is day number 1 for SNAP. Larson is over. Everybody's in SNAP. This is day 1. So the calendar is different. So for Tom, so he can kind of see where we are.
Actually, I can't see.
Oh, have a seat here. So our day starts at 8:10 with study hall,
Okay.
which is just people focused on learning stuff and sharing. Then we have basically 3 hours of our tools, topics, and techniques.
See that?
And we're starting with funding.
Funding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have lunch, study hall 2, just very quickly, then autodidactic, and then independent, etc. study hall. So today at 10, Tom is going to take over where he left off because, well, I don't want to get too far ahead, but
And today is really a big transition day
for,
for everybody concerned.
yeah, so this is, everybody is signed up for SNAP. So they're not in Larson anymore, they're in SNAP.
Sorry?
They're not in Larson anymore.
Oh.
This is over.
No big thing.
This is over. They're now in this.
Wow.
Okay, so now let's go to MindMap. And this is the main node, right?
Yep.
So how do we change that node?
Double click it or hit space.
Hit space bar. And then put in the name of your the mind map.
Studio?
And you should have your name in there. Well, you don't need to have your name, but your name should be up here. Because if you share it, it gets very confusing if you have 50
Studio.
mind maps called study hall. Now, the other thing to do that I like to do is I don't like this default blue, so I'm going to change the color to white.
That's much better. That blue is a bad
Okay.
contrast.
But ultimately, what you want to do is we're going to have get your mind map to look like this. This is the direction you're going to go. I'll load it. I'm going to load a mind map I started for here to show you where to go. So mind map is what? Can you remember mind map from San Gennaro? What did it look like? Picture it in your mind.
Well, I had a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so nodes and subnodes, right?
Yeah.
Parent nodes, children nodes, those things, we're just gonna call them nodes.
No.
It's designed as an easy way to think and remember. Because we all know when we're doing something, we're focused on this and an idea pops in our head, right? What do we usually do when an idea pops in our head when we're doing something else?
Forget it.
What do we say to ourselves?
I need to remember that later.
I'll remember that later. And what do we not do?
Remember.
We don't remember it later. So these mind maps are designed that if a thought comes into your head, oh, new node, click, I'll just put a little tag there because that will remind me. That's the purpose of these mind maps. So it makes it very easy to do things like a white paper. Who remembers what a white paper is? Okay. So for our purposes, a white paper is a brain dump on everything you know on a particular subject. Just a very broad overview. So in the past, when we had a mind map, or the mind map you have right now has one central node, one parent node, right? And then if you add a node, what's that?
Children node?
A child node,
Child node?
okay? And that's done over here. One way it's done. You can also do the tab keys. But life isn't usually so simple that you have one parent and multiple children nodes. Sometimes you have two separate parent nodes, right? So we're going to show you how to do that when this comes up. How's our internet speed for
Ours
you
is
guys?
quick. It's way faster than, I don't know why.
Let's see what I'm on. Oh. I'm on wireless. I'll switch to Ethernet. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so that might have done the trick. Okay, so look at this. Okay. These are not parent-children nodes. These are all parent nodes. So I have a Larson parent node. I have SNAP and the IAAC, and then We the Italians and the Italian American Club. And these paper clips are other mind maps.
Is the parent node what they're referring to as the root node?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so the root node is the ultimate parent node. So that's saying, okay, is this the one? And in a second, it's going to say open with.
You know, it would be great if you could right-click one of those and add it, you know, like say off a business plan, if you can add a little,
A note?
What?
a note, yeah.
Well, you can't. So we'll do that. We'll show that.
Yeah, I mean, because I've been creating them, but,
So
Yeah, like you can comment on what we've created.
like, if you wanted to put another one,
another what?
like, see, like, right next to mentors,
Yeah.
let's put, say, sponsors. It'd be nice to be able to right-click that and add another box, if you will, or another icon that says that, but you have to,
Like that.
yeah.
Say sponsors. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you do it. Then I can drag this
So
around.
what'd you do?
I just hit tab.
Yeah, I know, okay, yeah. Yeah, but you should have it, like, up on the,
They do, you just click on it and then
I
click
can
like
insert it right
child
here.
node.
oh, really?
Yeah, and then it pops up a new one, you write whatever.
Or,
Huh.
Yeah.
or if I right click. I can do
Okay,
it right
that's
here.
what, all right, maybe I just didn't catch that. All right.
I just like doing it by tab, but you can right click
Yeah, I get it. All right, but
or
then it does
up
it.
here. Yeah. Okay, so, so these are separate parent nodes. So the message I want to get across is on your mind map, you should have different root nodes for different things, like SNAP
IAC.
and the projects that you're working on. And those here, what these paper clips click to, are separate mind maps. Okay, so instead of having this one huge massive mind map that has everything in the world on it, I have different mind maps to make it faster and easier, but also what? Does everybody need to see every one of these?
No.
Right. So some people might see these. Nobody here is really working on We the Italians, so that doesn't need to be shared with you, but people are working on this one. Cornelia Project is who?
Yours.
The Women at Shade
The
Tree,
Women at Shade Tree.
right? Okay. So, so this mind map, it's sort of like my business life. So I have Larson, SNAP, the IAAC, and then each of those have some things. So my scheme here is Brain Russian mentors come into Larson. And how did I do that? Well, I went like this. I click on a node. I think that's active. I click on the arrow key, and then I click on where I want it to go. So that's okay, there. Click, and I want it to go there. And so I have now these connected lines. I right click on them, I put an arrow, I can change make it a solid line, I can change the color. Oops. I can change the color of the line. Okay, but I don't want that connection. So I'm going to remove that link. And so So for my brain, and the thing that you should start, note here, what do I do?
Click edit text notes.
Okay, so I have to click on it. I can go up here to the notepad, or if I right click, I can go to notes, and then I can just type whatever I want. Okay, and that then when I'm done, with the note, now what do I have on the note? I have a little notepad and a paper clip. So I know there's a file attached and I know there's a note. So ultimately, what you want to do is have multiple mind maps. But we're going to start with a mind map. And you can take whole sections and copy them up here. I can copy this node here and paste it onto another mind map. So in other words, it's okay in the beginning for the first 2 weeks to just have one mind map. And you're going to have 2 root nodes. What are they again?
Your own study hall and the Snap.
Whatever project you're working on for your business, okay, wherever you want to go. So if it's your 3D printing of dinosaur bones and you have something in news about that, then you would have it in that one. In Snap, what I would suggest in Snap, and let's just do it right now, let's do a thing that matches our calendar. So if I go to the mind map, curriculum, so create a subnode of Snap called curriculum. Okay, everybody have it? Are you in, TJ? No. Okay. I don't really want to call Lieutenant Scott and ask him for your password.
Right. So,
Yeah.
just my thoughts here.
Uh-huh.
Just, I don't want to get us off track, but on projects, we also have membership. We also have Venetian, like, for instance, Joe Montana.
Yeah.
What I didn't see, and maybe because I can't see the
Yeah.
calendar, but we need to have, because again, November 1 transitioning,
Yeah.
we're gonna be making membership calls. Then
Yeah.
we're soon gonna be making water calls and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That needs to be on the calendar on a daily basis. Do we have
Correct.
that? I mean, am I off track?
No.
Okay, I just wanna make sure
It
that,
falls into this period of time here,
okay.
or this period of time.
Can we get it on the calendar?
Yeah.
Okay, because,
Okay, but I want to keep going on.
yeah,
this
that's right,
first.
I just wanna,
Okay.
didn't wanna lose
So,
that.
again, now let's start with curriculum.
Powerful tool.
And we'll create a subnode of curriculum called funding.
Another subnode coming off of curriculum.
Yeah. Okay. And then, in fact, do number 1, funding. Number 1 is funding. So it should look like this.
Got it.
I'll right click. Insert child. 1 funding. Now why do you think I put a 1?
Because there's going to be other parts, that's just the first.
Okay, well, it's the first one we're going to work on. Now, let's just add another node, and we'll go to our book, and we'll see, okay, what is another one? Let's put marketing, but not a number. Okay, then hit enter. People. Oops. we're gonna just add. People, business law. Why do you think we say business law? Isn't that self-evident?
Yep.
No, I mean, if we said law, isn't that self-evident? Why do we say business law?
We need to find out about small businesses.
Okay, but we don't say business accounting. Why does it say business law?
So you know the law?
Well, we only care. Okay, and media. So you should end up having 8 modules there. We only care about business law. There's all kinds of law. How about family law?
Right. We only need to know about business because that's where we're going to.
Yeah, so this is making it clear. We don't care about constitutional law. We don't care about family law. We don't care about,
Real estate law.
well, that's
That
part
could
of
be under
business.
business, right?
Okay, so we only care about business things. So that has to do with contracts, property. Property is real property, personal property, intellectual property. Those are the kinds of things we care about in that. So now let's just add on a sibling node to curriculum. So let's shrink that mode, let's collapse that mode, add a sibling mode. Oops, not child. Add a sibling node, and let's just call it our tools. And then hit tab. So what tool did we work with yesterday?
The camera, the YouTube.
Right, okay. So when we say tools, what I'm looking for is these things across the top here. So yesterday we worked on YouTube, so put in number 1, YouTube. And what you don't want to do is put a lot of notes and a lot of things. But if you found something that was how to edit, you know, if you looked at something that was how to edit, what would you do?
Put it under and click on YouTube, another one.
And then
Now,
attach the file.
attach the file, how to-
Okay? So what are you building here? If you think about it, think 9 months into the future, what is this thing going to look like?
It's gonna be an instruction manual.
Your personal, customized operations manual, everything for your business. How to do it, why we do it, what not to do, and it's going to be referenced to all kinds of YouTube videos, news stories, anything. Okay, so that was that. Now, what is another tool that Tom talked about regarding today?
Google Hangouts, phone calls.
Yeah, so here we don't have voice on it as a tool, but that falls under Google. We didn't have enough boxes to have all 8 of our Google apps. So let's add another tool. And call that voice. I don't like to say Hangouts because there's 3 types of Hangouts. What are they?
Hangouts on air,
Yeah.
Hangouts chat, Hangout voice.
Correct. So SMS, just voice, just a regular call, and a Hangout on air, which we're still doing now. Yeah. So this is going to need to be edited down from 2 hours to 3 minutes. Okay. So here's our tools. And again, I would collapse that. So under Snap, for your purposes, there's curriculum and there's tools. And then you have another root node called what, Steve? Steve S?
Curriculum, tools,
Root node.
Your,
Okay.
your study hall.
Personal.
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 Okay? So in study hall, you're either gonna be working on Snap stuff or what?
Your personal.
Your personal project. What are we not gonna be working on in study hall?
Entertainment.
Typing.
Correct. Well, we're not doing anything we did in Larson, but we're not, but TJ nailed it. He got a bullseye in that one. We're not doing entertainment. We're not doing People Magazine. We're not doing stuff like that. That's not what study hall's about. And then ultimately, if you're working on multiple projects, you want to break them away. Now, under your mind map, where does the IAAC fit in?
Fund finance. Yeah, did.
I put it off
Separate.
of study hall separate, and then we create a whole new one.
As a new route?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
So I would do that also with each project, create a separate route. And then you can have an arrow going back to Snap. Where's the mind map gonna be for those projects?
Underneath your paperclip.
Correct. Okay, so you will or should have access to the IAAC mind map. So your main mind map is gonna show Snap, is gonna show projects you're working on and your personal project. And each of the projects you're working on should have a paperclip that takes you to the shared mind map that everybody has. But this is just your mind map. Can you link things that are in Google Plus to your mind map?
Yes.
How?
I was just trying to figure that out, because I was trying to get the Snap logo also. I had to download it to my Google Photos and then upload it onto the here.
Okay. That's a little bit different though, right? Because the photo would be that.
Right, but then the photo has to be in our Google
Right.
Drive.
Yeah. So that's how you got on your drive, but that's not how you got on your mind map. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Have you gotten that far yet? Okay. So you're gonna change the photo by going to this,
Right.
and then you've gotta go find it on your drive,
Yeah,
okay? What I do is I download stuff to my desktop,
that's what I just did.
because I know where to find it, it's
Yeah.
easy. And then if I'm gonna keep it, I then upload it to my drive, or the shared drive. Okay, so now, so how do we take something on Google Plus and add it to MindMap? Okay, so let me just find something.
I think we click attach or share the share.
Well, you find something you like here.
Right.
Here we go, 1 minute.
Yeah, you click the share and then click Google Plus.
No, that shares on Google Plus.
Okay. I open an event, I open a posting that I like. I was just looking for something to open.
Yeah, copy.
Let's say I open, or I could just take this link here.
Or you can click on the share button and it's the 4 options.
Down
And you
here.
click copy link.
Okay, there you go. So down here is share. That symbol means share. And then I could copy the link into what?
A note.
To the paperclip. So if I want to attach a file, still on. Well, okay. No, I can't. I can't attach it that way. So I can't attach it by a link
I just tried
that way. What I would have to do is create a note. Create a note. And then I could what? Paste it
Yeah,
in there.
so I just
Okay.
did, and it pops up with the chain.
Yeah.
And
Okay. So that would be a way to add a note, and then you could put a description of what it is. Okay, so let's close that. Close it, yeah, X out of MindMap, exit out of Drive. Google. And then after the break, Tom is going to take over. And the focus now at Snap is learning how to make money. So it's acting like an entrepreneur on Snap projects, and then working on your project. If you don't have a project, don't worry about it. Don't feel you need to have a project right now, because however long you're in here, you have to think about what your project is. We need you to focus on the projects we have. Again, going back to the calendar, in the afternoon is study, independent, so you can work on yours. Now, I know I said we're going to take a break, but there's one thing I need to make sure everybody knows, because when Tom takes over, I'm going to end up going to
Shade tree.
Shade Tree for a little while, then I'll be back. Okay. In Coursera, so at 1 o'clock, Coursera, How to Finance and Grow Your Startup Without Venture Capital. This is University of London, London Business School. The guy who teaches it is the guy who started the Gap store. Using MindMap to help organize your notes. Friday is still going to be evidence-based day. So Friday, you're going to have to demonstrate what you learned in these things. So there's going to be 1 hour that is on autodidactic. So please just go slow with Coursera, do a mind map. It helps you learn to do mind maps, and it's going to be very important stuff for your future. This is a blueprint for your future. Note, once you begin to pay for SNAP, you will be enrolled in the courses that earn a certificate. In other words, part of your tuition goes to pay for these courses. And as soon as you want to start paying, or as soon as you have your job and you have to start paying, or as soon as we start paying you from projects that you're working on for us, as soon as you're bringing in money, then we want you to have the paid versions of these things. 10% of your curriculum is going to go to Coursera, or these kinds of, they're called MOOCs, massive online, doesn't matter, MOOC. Courses is the last one, massive something online courses. 10% is going to, of your tuition is going to go to pay for certificates. So that means you have to choose wisely, because you might do more than 8 certificates. It might, you might want to get 20. Or you might start a course and say, screw it, I'm not ready to do this, and not finish it. But you don't then get to, it's not an unlimited thing. So all I'm saying is just when you decide, okay, I want to get a certificate in this,
Choose wisely.
make sure you're going to finish. One that I think everybody should do, we're not doing it now, we're not going to start it maybe till January, is the Yale Business Law course. Because it'd be kind of cool, right, to get a certificate from Yale saying you took this course, right? That's the thing that you would frame. put on your wall. This would be another one. So I just want you to know that. So at 1 o'clock, no, is it 1? Yeah.
Yeah.
From 1 to 2 every day, you do Coursera, the thing that we're doing. This starts on November 8th. I've already been enrolled in it. You might not be able to start till then. If you haven't been able to start, then do learning how to learn, finish up what you are, enroll in the course, etc. But this is the important thing. Okay, anybody have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, so we're going to take our break. We come back at 5 after 10. Oh, wait, we're not taking a break. We don't have breaks anymore. You had your break. So we go now till the end. But if you need to go to the restroom, then you just have to get up and go and come back. But this is now a 3-hour
Block.
block of time. Yeah. Okay?
Okay.
So we're turning it over to Tom.
Okay.